Are you already feeling that wave of emotion and confusion on the horizon for 2026? I bet you are, and you're not imagining it. We are heading into a really intense psychological transit, and honestly, understanding it is the key to thriving, not just surviving.
So, this is the central question that Mercury retrograde in Pisces is going to ask every single one of us. This is a time when the usual rules of logic and reason, they just don't apply. And it forces us into this space that can feel, well, both terrifying and incredibly healing. So, let's unpack what this really means for you. Okay, first things first, let's just validate what you might already be sensing. Yes, a mental fog is rolling in. This is not just a mood, okay? It's a very real astrological event, and it's actually designed to shift our entire way of processing information.
And this slide right here, it just lays it all out so perfectly. We normally operate in that left column, right? We rely on facts, on data, on structure, but this retrograde literally shoves us over into the right column, forcing us to navigate with our feelings, our gut instincts, our soul. And yeah, it's disorienting because our usual compass is just taken away. So why does this even happen? Well, astrologically speaking, Mercury, the planet of logic and the mind, is in its fall and detriment in Pisces. This is its weakest possible placement. Think of it like this. A brilliant mathematician is suddenly asked to write a symphony. All their usual tools are completely useless. They have to learn a whole new language, the language of emotion. And this is how we have to handle communication during this time. You can't take everything at face value. People won't be speaking from a place of pure logic. You have to listen to the undertone, the emotion behind the words. The truth isn't going to be in the facts, it's going to be in the feeling. It's so easy to look at a transit like this and think, oh great, chaos is coming. It's so easy to see it as a mistake or just a period to muscle through. But let me be really clear. This chaos has a profound purpose. This is not a cosmic flaw, it's a feature, and it's designed for our emotional evolution. See, this retrograde is intentionally placed right between two incredibly powerful eclipses in 2026. It acts as what I call a cosmic buffer, a necessary pause. The eclipses bring these rapid, fated changes, and this retrograde gives us 3 weeks to emotionally process and integrate everything before we get pushed forward again. It's our chance to catch our breath. All right, let's talk dates, because you're going to want to mark these down. The energy really starts to build from February 11th. The most intense, the most confusing period is going to be from February 26th to March 20th. After that, clarity slowly starts to return, but we're not really out of these deep waters until mid-April. Okay, so we've covered the big picture, right? The general weather. But now, let's get personal. How this mental fog affects you specifically? Well, that all depends on your personal astrological chart. Let's see how this builds for each of the zodiac signs. We're going to start with the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Listen up, because you are the main characters of this story. This energy is your native language, but that doesn't make it easy. It just means the work is happening at the very core of who you are. For Cancer, this is all about your core beliefs. The confusion is going to force you to really question what you hold is true. Scorpio, for you, you're reviewing creativity and romance. Your job is to let go of control and allow for more fluid, heart-led joy. And Pisces, well, this is happening in your house of self. Your mission is simply to be, to reconnect with who you are underneath all the noise. Next up, the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricornio. Look, I know this watery, emotional transit can be a challenge. It disrupts your practical, structured world, and it's asking you to surrender control, which is not exactly your comfort zone, is it? Taro, your friendships and long-term goals are under a serious review. You need to ask, do my connections truly support my dreams? Virgo, with Mercury as your ruler, this is critical for you. It's hitting your partnership sector, asking you to use misunderstandings as a way to build deeper intimacy. And Capricornio, your normally disciplined mind is being asked to scatter. Your mission is to allow for nonlinear thinking. Just let it wander. Okay, for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this transit is a direct challenge to your logical nature. Your greatest strength, your mind, is being clouded. The key isn't to fight it. It's to learn to operate from your intuition and your emotional intelligence. Géminis, you're Mercury-ruled sign, so you'll feel this intensely in your career. The big question is your public path aligned with your soul's purpose?
Libra, your daily routines and your health are the focus. You're being forced to slow down and build spiritual rest into your schedule. And for Aquario, this is all about your money and values. It is time to stop relying on the spreadsheets and start listening to your financial intuition.
And finally, the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittario. Your natural impulse is to take external action, right? But this transit is going to turn all of that fiery energy inward. This is a period of deep, internal, and often pretty hidden work.
Aries, this is hitting your most private sector, the unconscious. It is a powerful, powerful time for therapy and for healing old wounds. Leo, your review is around intimacy and shared finances. Your mission is to release fear and allow for true vulnerability. And Sagittario, this is all about home and family. It's time to process deep-seated memories and maybe even some ancestral trauma.
So, we've just gone through the general weather forecast for every single sign. We've given you an idea of where the storm is likely to hit. But a weather forecast is not the same thing as a personalized GPS route to navigate it, is it? Because here's the thing, here's the absolute truth. Everything we've just discussed, that's only about 10% of the story. It's the general climate. It's true for everyone, but it doesn't account for the unique architecture of your personal birth chart. And that is where the real impact happens. So the most important question remains, how will this transit specifically interact with your planets? In which exact area of your life will this confusion demand surrender? Where is your unique opportunity for healing and release? You see, general advice can only take you so far. If you are ready to move beyond that 10%, to stop guessing and start planning with purpose, then the next step is a personalized reading of your chart. This is where we create your specific roadmap. Send me a direct message on Instagram at @LazardiWay, and let's uncover how you can use this cosmic fog to find your true north. You absolutely have the power to navigate this with grace and clarity. Let's unlock it together.